This is the Style C taillight design for the 2015 and up Dodge Chargers. Consists of these pieces right here. We have this piece right here. This is going to be on the bottom section of the taillights. This is going to be going across the top section in the center. And then we have these outside pieces that are going to create some points on the outside. I'll show you how all this stuff's done in just a moment. Make sure you clean the taillight surface here with rubbing alcohol. Make sure your hands are clean so there isn't any debris that sticks between the vinyl and your taillights when you're putting this kit on. This is done with wet application, so you're going to need a spray bottle with a drop of unscented dish soap like Dawn dish soap, so you can basically float the decals and position them where you want them on the taillights, and we'll get started with that right now. You want to start off by, with your lights on, getting an idea of where center is. There is a notch here that you can line up with a little dimple that is in the middle of your taillight assembly. So you just kind of want to use that as a guide point. Get this about where you want it, and then you're going to cut off a piece of tape and get that taped into place. Okay, so you put a strip right through there just like that. And then you're going to start from one side and you're going to work your way from middle to left and middle to right to get this one on. We'll do that right now. So we're going to peel this off. Just go nice and slow. Make sure that the vinyl is releasing from the wax paper so you don't tear or leave something behind. The tape that you put on, you're going to want to cut this away. Go ahead and wet the taillight. Then starting from the middle, work your way out. Hold it away from the vehicle and just slowly squeegee that part on. Get that desired point that you're looking for. And again, since it's wet, if you don't like the positioning, it allows you to be able to lift that up and reposition it. Once you have that side where you want it, you would then remove this tape and start on the other half of the decal. And again, make sure nothing is getting stuck. You want to make sure it's all releasing. It does help if you have a heat gun. It'll allow you to help evaporate some of that water. Be very careful when you're doing this. Make sure you don't put too much heat on because too much heat will damage the vinyl. When you peel this transfer tape away, you want to make sure you're peeling it parallel to the surface of the vinyl. If you're peeling it up like this, it's going to pull the decal away from the taillights, so make sure you peel it parallel just like this. And go slow, because you want to make sure everything releases when you get to the letters in the center. It does help to have a second set of hands because you want to basically center this. Make sure you got it positioned where you'd like it, similar to the bottom decal. We're going to do the same thing. Use a center line piece of tape to keep it in position. We're going to start from the middle and work our way out towards the end. Wet application as well on this. Just peel it nice and slow. Make sure you're not ripping anything. And once you get about to the center, cut off that piece. Go ahead and get this a little wet. Then use a squeegee or a credit card. Just kind of, with the taillights on again, line it up. Get it to where no light is showing through. Just work your way along the taillight with the squeegee, just like that. Get all the excess water out of there. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing, work our way from the middle over that way, get the other piece on. So once you have the center piece on, the last thing you'll need to do with this top strip is just heat up and fold over the ends here so they're not hanging off. You just want to fold them over with a little bit of heat. Makes it more pliable. Just give it a little bit of heat. And just take that piece and fold it over the side there. And also take note of that when you do center this up, to make sure you do leave a little excess on both sides to do what I just did right there. So the last piece to this kit is going to be these outside parts, and that's what creates the final point right here. You'll want a wet application on this as well. There's also a point right here. So when you're putting this here, it just gives you a reference, and you want to fold it around right here, just past that point. And that helps you keep it the same on both sides when you're putting this on, so it's mirrored. Okay, so once you have that right about there with the point, you just want to bend that over like that, and you're happy with the way it looks here. But just want to put a little heat on this so it makes it more pliable. And you'll fold that right around just like that. And then you'll do the same thing on the other side, and the kit will be done. Okay, so this is the final product after you have all the pieces installed. Just give you an idea of the way it looks. Very cool kit. I do recommend, if you're considering this kit, you do have a professional tent shop put this on, unless you are experienced with installing vinyl. Comes out very good. Looks awesome though. Definitely changes the look, and I really like how the charger's stenciled in right there. Definitely something you don't see every day on the road. Thanks for watching, guys.